Hey guys, Lex Gray here. This is going to be a quick one-shot experimental video. I'm going to be using the Steampunk Tarot card deck as an oracle generator for our character, Waverly. We'll be using the Maze Rat system, and Waverly has a grizzled appearance, huge beard, cultist background, practical clothing, hot-headed personality, and he mumbles. He has a bedroll, crowbar, iron spikes, lockpicks, rations, torch, light armor, shield, bow, and a longsword. Level 1 with +2 strength, +1 dexterity, no will, attack bonus +1, armor of 8, health of 4, and max health of 4. So because he's solo, what we're going to do is bump that up by ×2. So I will change that to 8 health and 8 max health. Now, this is the uh, figurine I chose for Waverly. Just basically a warrior class looking figure, fighter class, and we have our notes here to keep track of vitals. So let's figure out where we will start. Okay, this here is a picture of what appears to be some kind of mechanical box that opened up to reveal something inside. Judging by the background, I'm more interested to see what is in the background. It's hard to tell, but it looks like to be some kind of very nice golden room. So it just could be, for simplicity, a dungeon. So we're in a dungeon, and we will draw the next card to see what Waverly is doing in this dungeon. Okay, well, this little party of individuals are exploring. So he's exploring, which makes sense. He is a adventurer. So any card that has nothing to do with the location, which I'll keep here for a visual representation where Waverly is, I will discard here on the side. Okay, so when he is exploring this dungeon, he comes across this chest. And in the chest he finds, well, is the chest open? Let's ask the Oracle. We're going to roll a, let's do our D100 Oracle for today. And is the chest locked? 75% chance. Oh, it is. Okay. Though it's a weak lock. 72 is a very weak yes. Closer to the percentage, the weaker it is. If it was in a style of blackjack, the higher it is, closer to the number, the more stronger of the answer it is. So I typically just say if it's closer, then it's a weaker yes. The further away, basically 10 or less is a very strong yes. 10, 90 or more is a strong no. Okay, so he's going to attempt and break the lock, or should I say lock pick it. He has lock picks. So we'll roll 2d6 with dexterity. And the danger move in the game is 11. Or, I'm sorry, 10 is a typical default. But we're going to bump that down to 6 because of the roll we had earlier, the Oracle. So we need a 6 or higher with a +1 bonus. 5, 6. We literally got it. Okay, so he unlocks it with the lockpick. And we're going to remove a lockpick from the items, from the inventory. Okay, he unlocked it to find the following. Okay, it's one of those old-fashioned bicycles with someone riding it. He finds a trinket, basically. So this trinket, not sure what to make out with that, but this trinket could be a some kind of gear. Or you know what? This rope here. Let's say he finds a rope. Just this little highlight in the image itself. So he finds a rope. He'll add that to his inventory. And he finds something else. We're going to erase trinket and put rope in. There we go. Okay, so this image is more telling than the last one. So we have this outdoor scene with this giant hand holding this consistent theme of a star, which is pretty much in every single card in some fashion. But I'm more interested in this arm. So, an arm, a magical hand, pops out of the chest and attempts to grab So it is a trap. So it attempts to grab Waverly by the neck, or at least grab him. And so what we'll do is put this card here as an adversary. So it's a hand. Maybe it's an armored. Oh, you know what? It's a suit of armor. It's the hand of a suit of armor. It's a gauntlet. So it's animated. So basically, a gauntlet, if I'm spelling that right, tries to grab Waverly by the neck. So we're gonna have to do a dexterity move. This will be 10. 10 is a standard danger value, which we will use for this moment. And we're using dexterity +1. Okay, 3. 4 total. It's a fail. So it grabs him by the neck, and it's basically trying to squeeze him, uh, trying to grab his face or grab his neck, trying to attack him. And so he's going to try to use his strength to pull it off of him. And this will be a +2 with the roll. We're still going for that danger move 10. 7, 8, 9. So close he can't. Okay, so the the gauntlet basically grabs his face and pushes him against the ground. So now he's prone. He's against the ground. So uh, he'll take 1 wound for that. So now he's down to 7, and he's struggling to get this thing off. So he's going to try to use a sword or shield to just hit this thing off his face. It's basically grabbing his face and trying to crush him. So that'll be another danger move. But because we're using a weapon bonus, I will give a +1 to this roll and the +2 for strength. So now it'd be a +3 total. There we go. 12. Critical. Perfect. So critical roll here with the +3 total. That's going to be 13, 14, 15. So that's a success. So critical roll, not the channel. Critical, he basically is able to slash the gauntlet away onto the ground. And as he does, the gauntlet rolls up to the chest, and then this happens. So this is a image of a well-dressed individual reading a book. Okay, well, let's take it literally where it's a person. And so this person is now going to form out of the chest into a full suit of armor. So our character is now against an enemy. And so we have animated armor. But because we rolled a critical earlier, I will actually make this enemy not as strong. So let's give him health. HP, we'll give him, our character's 7. Let's give him 4. His armor will be, our character's is 8. Let's give this, well, this suit of armor has, it's a suit of armor, so I'm assuming it has the probably 8. But because we damaged the arm, the gauntlet, let's give it down to 7. And his weapon, he has a standard weapon, so no other bonus. Okay, that's it. So let's see who goes first. We'll roll 2 opposing rolls. We'll include our dexterity of +1. Oh, we definitely go first on the critical. So our next move will have a +1 bonus on the attack. All right, so here we go. We're rolling against the suit of armor, attacking it. And we have a +1, and we also have +1 attack bonus. So that's +2 on this roll against the armor value of 7. There we go. So it's 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's a difference of 1, which hurts it down to 3. There we go. Next, it attacks us. It does not have a bonus. It's a standard attack. We have an armor of 8. That's 7. That's a fail. Okay, we're going to attack it now with our bonus of +1. 7. Okay, so that's a hit. But with our weapon bonus of longsword as +1. Oh, I'm sorry. We have attack bonus of let's see. That'd be 8 total. So that's a difference of 1. But then our longsword bonus is added on to that. So that's 2 damage. So that's 1. The weapon bonus is not included with the initial attack roll, only the attack bonus. So now it's down to 1. Okay, so now it attacks us. But it is hurt. So here we go. We have our armor of 8. And that's 5. Fail. We're going to attack it once more. Hopefully taking it out good. With our +1 attack bonus, which is going to be, that's a 7, that's an 8. So it's already dead, even without the bonus. Okay, we defeated DED dead. the animated armor. Okay, so the animated armor. Oh, I put army animated. Oh, that we would be. Yeah, that would not go well. Animated armor. We defeated the animated armor, and thus I'm gonna give him 1 experience. Okay, so the armor falls apart, crumbles apart, and he's going to take some of the armor for himself. So let's say there's a helmet, which gives him a +1. So I'll bump that up to a 9. Like so. There we go. Now he's a 9. Okay, so we defeated that animated armor that popped out of the chest, and we're back to the chest. Now, nothing else in there, so he's going to leave this room, and we're going to go into the next area, the next situation. All right. So it appears to be this lady holding a sword. So let's say there's a damsel in distress. It's just a female character that's actually there looking for help. She runs into our character just for some reason in a dungeon. I guess we're just kind of experimenting. So she's asking for help, and her problem is she's being followed by a bandit. Just based on this picture here, this individual looks like a soldier of some type, military personnel at a barracks. So this individual is chasing her. So we are officially out of the area where that chest is. Now we're dealing with this current situation where this guy right here is after her. So there is a bandit basically mugging a helpless lady, villager lady, etc. Okay, so we find them. This bandit is mugging her. We step in the way to protect her. She gets behind us, and we're in a little fight with this mugger, with this bandit. Okay, so his details. We're going to basically attempt and scare him away because we just dealt with an encounter earlier. Perhaps Waverly. Well, let's look at Waverly. Waverly has a grizzled appearance, which she's kind of. But so perhaps role play wise, I'm wondering if she even trusts us because we have this suit of armor on. We have a helmet. Well, we have a helmet, so that helmet could help with our appearance. So I'm going to put a asterisk next to this, or a little star, because now our grizzled appearance is kind of covered, obscured by the helmet. And we have like a suit of armor on at this point. So this lady runs up and she said, "Please help me." And she sees this man in a suit of armor. She runs behind us, and this bandit stops, and we're going to attempt to intimidate the bandit away with our sword and our shield. So, but he mumbles. So that's going to be a little penalty on this. We're going to do a will roll. The danger move is 10 by default, but I'm going to give a -1 penalty on the roll. Yeah, that's a fail. He can't. The bandit laughs and he's going to attack us. So now we're in an encounter with a bandit, and the bandit has a HP, let's say, of also 4, and has an armor rating, probably not the best. We'll do the default 6. Okay. So now let's see who goes first. We have a dexterity of +1. The bandit goes first. Okay, so we're going to remove ours and roll for damage. Roll for attack at R9 or higher. Okay, that's a miss. The weapon hits off the shield, and we are going to attack the bandits with a +1 bonus. Oh, fail. That's not good. Okay, so the bandit is able to evade it and is going to attack us again. 7 is still a miss, and we're going to attack back. And my dice flew off the tray. 4. That's still no hit. This has been a very back and forth. We're going to roll again for the bandits. That's a fail. Okay. It's really pissing me off. It keeps going off the stage there. 4. Okay, so this is a back and forth. It's not going anywhere. While we're struggling, just for comedic purposes, the damsel in distress is just kind of wandering away backwards, looking. She's like, "Well, I'm probably just going to escape." So she's going to escape, while these two doofuses are clashing back and forth. So he attacks. That's a fail. So we attack, and that's a 5, 6, 7. That's finally a hit. So the longsword, that's a difference of 1, plus the 1 bonus in the longsword, that's going to be 2 damage. We finally gut him. At least we get him once. There. Okay, so um, he's going to attack. That's going to be 6, 7, 8. That's going to be a clash. That does not hit. Okay. 7, that's a hit. A difference of 1, and the weapon bonus of 1, so that's 2. He is defeated. Okay, so the bandit collapses, bleeding out, and falls onto the ground. So we took care of him. And the damsel, let's just say she was hiding behind a pillar somewhere. We look back, and she comes back, and she thanks us. And she gives us, let's say, she gives us 20 gold pieces for an award. Okay, she runs away to safety, and the day is saved. We are able to defeat that bandit, thus giving us 2 XP for doing so. All right, next, after defeating that bandit, we'll do one more situation. And let's say, if we're even in a dungeon at this point, I'm not really concerned about location. But let's say we get outside and we see a guard, a city guard at the entrance looking for the bandits we just slayed. So we leave the dungeon with some loot, and the city guard questions us, asking if we saw a bandit run inside. Well, we did. So we tell the city guard. Let me write down what we encounter. So city guard outside the dungeon entrance. Okay. And we tell him, yes, we actually just maybe this maiden in distress. She is also fled somewhere else, so maybe she escaped earlier, and the guard is not necessarily looking for her, but maybe maybe he was. Okay, so let's change this up a bit. So basically, we are outside the dungeon entrance. We just dealt with the dungeon itself, and she is out here with a city guard. And let's say she is a very important person in a nearby house, a nearby settlement. So with the lady from earlier. And so we walk out. She's talking to the guard, saying that they were looking for her. She wandered into the dungeon by herself, and she says that this man helped me. She points to us. The guard approaches us and thanks us for the help. He says that they are looking for fearless warriors to join the group, to join the city guard. And I'm going to assume, based on our background here, we're occultists. We're not going to exactly give out that detail. And he mumbles, saying, "No, thank you. I'm happy as an adventurer," basically. And the guard kind of nods and accepts his answer, and they basically leave the area on horseback. So maybe there's a small team of guards, and that encounter wasn't exactly a threat at all. So they leave, earlier offering the proposition to join the team. All right, let's do one more, as I'm enjoying this to some extent. Let's do one more situation. We're outside now. Let's see what location. Yeah, we're outside, and there is a fire nearby. So we see a fire in a nearby town. There's a fire at a village. Okay. Our hero, who, again, pretty vague character, runs to this town, and the fire, let's say, I keep saying town and village. There's someone stuck inside. So, basically, this character here is stuck inside the fire. There's a person trapped inside a burning house. And we're going to rescue. We're going to play hero here and rescue this individual. Okay, so there is another potential person. Yep. Okay, so there's a mother right here. She's yelling that her child is inside the burning house. So we tell her that we will go inside and rescue the child. Okay, so We're going to do a danger move here. But because we have a suit of armor on against fire, bursting through the door, I'm going to give us a +1 here. So we're rolling on and dexterity. So let's do a +2 bonus against the usual danger move of 10. Okay, we got lucky there. So that's a 9 +2, that's 11. So we enter, and we're able to find her that roll. Eventually, we find her. We help her out, and we need to roll again to get her out of the burning house. So we roll to get in, and now we need to rescue the child from the burning house, rescue child, and we need to roll to see if we can get her out. There we go, just correcting my spelling there. All right, so +1 dexterity, or this could be, let's do +2 strength perhaps. Maybe there's a break in the ceiling and part of the roof collapses. Something gets in the way. I'm going to interpret this card. Something gets in the way. Let's say the roof does collapse, and we use our +2 strength to roll against a 10. And that's a fail. We cannot get out the front door. So 5, that's a, yeah, 6, 7. That's a fail. So the front door is blocked. So we need to find another way out. Perhaps the side, a back door. Is there a back door? Let's ask the Oracle. Probably, if it's with local building construction ordinance, maybe it does. But is there a back door? 50-50. There is not. We're going to burst the window. So we see a window in the living room. We're going to basically use our shield to break it. No roll required, and we're going to escape. Put the child out first, and give the mother grabs the child, and they run away, or they back away from the house, and we're going to leave. So let's see how that goes. Let's roll for it with +1 dexterity against 10. That's a 6, 7. Okay, so as we take an injury basically as we leave, we get burnt or exhausted. We take an injury, so 1 wound. Okay, so we escape. We do save the child, and the mother is thankful. Okay, so that's done. The house, unfortunately, it burns down, and we are basically going to give our character another bump in XP. Now, when in Maze Rats, I believe I might have been too generous on XP, but essentially, the XP bonus, level 2, we're at level 3. You see how it's quite compact in terms of how much XP you're required. So I definitely have advanced essentially 2 levels. Well, I'm not going to do that because when it says here, to get enough XP, you show up to the game, you get 1 XP. Overcome a difficult challenge, which we did. We did 2. Overcame an impressive challenge beyond their expectation, which we didn't. So 2 is probably fair. So I think maybe we are in line to upgrade to the next level. But let's say it's going to be level 3. So level 3 in Maze Rats, we have 3 XP. All right, and then with that, we get +4 total max health. That puts us at 12. And also you get 1 ability, +1 to ability bonus, so now we get 2 on the first upgrade, and the second upgrade is pick 1 attack bonus +1, gain a new path, or gain a spell slot. So we're gonna do a path. I'm gonna choose. Let's see, what are the paths here? We have tracking, foraging, survival, picking locks, climbing, leaping. Well, we kind of did all these things. Let's do Briarborn, which is tracking, foraging, and survival. So I'll do Briarborn. And then a single path from the 4 following options. So I have to write down Briarborn here. Not really sure if it's the class name of it or the option within it. So we can choose one. It says a single path, which is, I'm not sure if it's these or the options are within it. But basically it gives you advantage. You roll 3d6 and choose the highest 2 rolls. So let's just say it's going to be survival. Pick a path from the 4 options. I think it might actually be. Um, yeah, I'm mistaken. So it is Briarborn. The name of it is the class itself, and that is the path, as it calls it, that we write in here. So my apologies, I'm just a little confused from that. There we go, Briarborn. Okay, so we get an advantage for tracking, foraging, and survival. Well, there we go. That's going to be it for this video. I'm not planning on making a sequel to this character. It's just an experiment using tarot cards. One thing I want to try, though, is use a card game that has a popular card game, whether it's Yu-Gi-Oh! Or I'm not sure if Pokemon work, but like Magic the Gathering even. But basically using a card game with its pictures and using those pictures to create the story with our character to interact with. That's kind of what I mean. Because these tarot cards are good, but they're a little too. The theme of it kind of restricts my interpretations of it. It gets a little difficult. I'd rather have cards that are show clear-cut locations and than characters or objects. So these are a mixture of all of that. That's a little too much. So, but again, these cards have been working well with my main campaign, Escobar. But in terms of like doing these little one shots, I want to try and use a card game to show a visual of what where our character is and what our character is doing and what they need to challenge themselves, how they can challenge themselves with the card details. So, but that's really it. This was a little short one shot of Waverly, and I hope you guys enjoyed. As always, I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.